this video, we are going to learn about Grade 6, Chapter 5, Getting Started with Microsoft Excel 2013. So, we have already learned about Microsoft Word, which is a word processing software, and PowerPoint, which is a presentation software. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn more about software called spreadsheet software. Spreadsheet software is widely used in offices and schools. It is very popular software as it enables the user to perform calculations, plot charts, analyze the data in a very quick and efficient manner. For example, spreadsheet software is used in offices to store financial data and perform calculations to generate profit, loss, average sales, and so on. Spreadsheet software is also used in schools to store marks of students and calculate average marks, grades, and so on. In school, spreadsheet can be used to calculate average marks, grades, and so on for the students. Now, the various spreadsheet software available in market include Microsoft Excel, Lotus 1, 2, and 3, Quattro Pro, OpenOffice Calc. Of this, Microsoft Excel, popularly known as Excel, is the most popular spreadsheet application. So let us now get started with Microsoft Excel. First, let me introduce you what is Microsoft Excel 2013. Excel is a spreadsheet software that is used for storing, organizing, and manipulating data in rows and columns. That is, you store the data, you organize the data in a proper manner. And if you want to edit it, if you want to change the data, you can do it with the help of rows and columns that are present in Microsoft Excel. You can perform complex mathematical calculations on data. It also allows you to represent data pictor- pictorially in form of charts for better understanding and analysis. So let's get started. First, I'm going to show you how to on your Microsoft Excel. So just type Excel in your search box in the taskbar. Can you see Microsoft Excel? Now I have Microsoft Excel 2010. So I'm going to open it by clicking on it. Once you have opened Microsoft Excel, this is how your Microsoft Excel window looks. Now we are going to learn the components of Excel window. You have quick access toolbar. So on the top left corner, you have the quick access toolbar. You have title bar where you can see the name of your document. You have ribbon where you have the tabs and the tools for performing operations in Microsoft Excel. And then you have status bar at the bottom which shows you the different views in Excel, and you have the zoom slider also over here. You can zoom your page or you can also zoom out your page like this. Now, the components which I'm going to tell you next are specific to Excel window. You will not find this components in any other window. First is the worksheet. It is the work area made up of horizontal rows. These are the rows, 1, 2, 3, these are the rows. And vertical columns, A, B, C, D, these are the columns, wherein you enter and work with data. When you open Excel, single worksheet is displayed. You can add more worksheet as and when required. Excel worksheet contains 16,384 columns and 1,48,000 576 rows. Next is workbook. Workbook is a collection of multiple worksheets stored under a single file name. Okay, this is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Like this, you can have multiple worksheets in one workbook. This is one workbook. When you save an Excel worksheet, you are actually saving a workbook. The Excel workbook is saved with extension dot XLSX. That is, I'll write it over here, dot XLSX. Okay. Next is row. It is arrangement of cells in horizontal direction. This is one row, this is second row, third row. Each row on the worksheet is identified using a number. The rows are numbered from top to bottom in ascending order, starting from 1, 2, 3 till 1,48,576. Column, column, it is an arrangement of cells in vertical direction like this, A, B, C, D. Each column on worksheet is identified using a unique letter or combination of letters. The columns are labeled as A, B, C, D, Z, followed by A, A, B, A, C till X, F, D. Cell. It is the most basic unit of worksheet. It is formed by intersection of rows and columns. This is a cell. This is one cell, which is, you can name the cell as B2. Okay, it belongs to B column and second row. Okay, cell address. Every cell in a worksheet is identified using an address. The cell address is formed by writing the common letter followed by the row number. For example, if row 1 and column A intersect, the address of the cell formed by its intersection becomes A1. Name box displays this address in the worksheet. Can you see this is A1? The name box displays the address of the cell. This is B1. This is C1. This is C4. Cell pointer. It is the thick green boundary that surrounds the active cell. Okay. So this is a cell pointer. Here my pointer is black. Range of cells. It refers to group of cells adjacent to each other forming a rectangular shape. Formula bar. It is the bar next to the name box, this one, that displays the contents of the current cell. Now here is there is nothing because my cells are empty. Okay, if I type something in the cell, you will see that in the formula bar. The formula bar also contains the enter and the cancel button. Okay, this is enter and this is the cancel button. So when I click on cancel, everything is gone from that cell. Next, we are going to learn about types of data. We can enter numbers, dates, and time, formulas, and text in the cell. So what are numbers? A worksheet is primarily used for computation of numeric data. Numbers are value that contains of numerals from 0 to 9, including symbols such as plus, minus, division, and decimal point. We can also use characters such as dollar, percentage, and comma with number values. All number entries are right aligned in the cell by default. Some of the example of number values are, you can put them as 125. This is one of the value you can put. You can also put the number as 67,00. Okay, you can also put the number as $45. You can also put the number as 600.55. So this is how you can insert a number in Excel sheet. Date and time. We can enter date values like 09, 21, 2001. Okay, this is how you can enter the date value. You can also input the time value. Okay, the way date or time is displayed depends upon the format applied. You also have predefined formats for date and time in Excel. You can also apply it. Formulas. A formula is a mathematical expression involving number values. Operators such as plus, minus, division, and cell address for performing calculation on worksheet. Formulas evaluate to a single value. You get a single value when you evaluate the formulas. And each and every formula in the Excel begins with is equal to sign. For example, is equal to 3 plus 5 and enter gives me a value. Then 3 multiplied by 5. First I have to put is equal to 3 multiplied by 5. Enter gives me a value. Next is you can also input text. Data which is not recognized by Excel as number, date, time or formula is treated as text. Text is any combination of letters, numbers, symbols such as slash, minus, question mark, okay, or space. By default, all text entries are left aligned in the cell. You can also change the alignment afterwards. Okay, the text values are left aligned in the cell. Now we are going to learn how to enter data in Excel worksheet. Okay, select the cell and type the data. Press enter key or click the enter button on the formula bar to accept the entry. To reject the entry, press escape key or the cancel button. So if I type MARKS marks, so I have selected a cell and I have typed using my keyboard. The same value you can see in the formula bar over here. If you want to accept it, you press enter from your keyboard or enter on the formula bar, or press escape from your keyboard or cancel from the formula bar. Okay, like this. Navigating a worksheet. The following table list. Okay, now I'm going to tell you some of the key combinations which is going to help you to navigate in the worksheet. The arrow keys. The arrow keys on your keyboard. Up, down, left or right. Okay. Then the tab, they are used to move your cursor or the cell top, down, right or left. The tab key. Tab key is used to go in the next cell in a row. Shift plus tab key is used to go to the previous cell in the row. Enter key. One cell down in the column. Shift plus enter key is used to go one cell up in the column. Home key is used to go to the first cell in the row. We are already there in the first cell in the row. Suppose I'm here and I click on home key, it will take me the first cell in the row. Control plus home key will take me to the first cell of the current worksheet. Control plus home. Page up, one screen up. Okay, page up will take me to one screen up, page down will take me to one screen down. Can you see the numbers over here are changing? That means I'm going one screen up and one screen down. Now up. Alt plus page up will take me one screen to the right in the worksheet. So I'll click on Alt plus page up. It will take me to one sheet right, and Alt plus page down will take me to the up. Alt plus to one sheet left. Can you see? I'm navigating Alt plus Shift. My sheet is moving. Just change the changes in the row. My sheet is moving left and right. Okay. You will find these combinations on page number 91 of your computer course book. Working with worksheet. When you open a new Excel workbook, single worksheet is displayed. You can add more worksheets to the workbook. Also, it is a good practice to give relevant names to the worksheet. So, how will you add a new worksheet? The quickest way is to click new sheet button at the end of the worksheet. Can you see I have worksheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. If I want one more, I can click and I get sheet 4. Next is click the arrow between the insert option in the cells group. Okay, in the cells group, click on the insert and choose the option insert sheet. This will also insert one more sheet, that is sheet 5 over here. Then renaming a worksheet. Double click the name and you can name the worksheet. You can enter the name of the worksheet. For example, 6A. Okay. You can also right click on it and you can select rename to give a name. I can name this 6B. Okay. Switching between sheets. To switch between sheets, click the worksheet name on the worksheet tab. We can add more worksheets. Only a few worksheet names are visible on the screen. Okay. When you have more worksheets, okay, you will get arrows to navigate on the worksheets. So you can also click on the arrows to move from right to left of the worksheet. Now you can just click on the names and you can go to the particular worksheet. Deleting a worksheet. Place the mouse pointer on the worksheet that you want to delete. Click the arrow below the delete in the cells group and there is a drop down list. Click on delete sheet. The sheet will be deleted. You can also right click and click on delete to delete the sheet. Next is autofill. Autofill is a feature in Excel that allows you quickly create a series of numbers, dates or other items that follow a particular pattern. Using autofill, you can fill the cells using predefined or user-defined series of data. Predefined series include Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or January, February, March, April, and so on. User-defined series are 2, 4, 6, 8, or okay, and so on. So you can generate a series by using two methods, fill handler or fill option in the editing group on the home tab. First, we will see how to use the fill handle. Okay, now I'll just type Jan over here and I want to automatically fill all other months. So just follow the steps. Okay, we will specify the initial value. I've specified Jan. Drag the fill handle. Can you see this is the fill handle? Can you see the box at the corner of the right bottom? So when you hold your mouse pointer, it turns into plus sign. So now to fill it, what you will do, you will drag the mouse pointer like this. Okay. And this will generate a automatic series. Okay. Now we will see how it is generating and user defined. This was a predefined series. Now user defined series, what user will define. So I need to give first two consecutive values to 4. Now what I will do, I will just click on this. I will keep my mouse pointer on fill handle and I'll just move down. And this will fill my series automatically. You need to specify initial two values for user defined. Next, we will see how to use fill option. Fill option, for the same thing, there is one other way also. Okay, first specify first two consecutive values. We'll specify 3 and second value as 6. Okay, select the range of the cells to be filled. Then in editing group, do you have a fill option over here? Click on it and you have to click on series option. A series dialog box will appear. Specify the required option in the dialog box and click OK. Okay, then step value 3 and click OK. We want to increase by 3, right? Click on OK. So it will fill the values like this. I hope you have understood this, how to fill the series. User defined, this is a predefined series, this is a user defined series, this is also a user defined series with the help of fill option. This we have done with the help of fill handle. Another very useful feature of Excel is flash fill. It is a feature that fills the data in cells by picking up the pattern set in the example. So let us learn more about this. Now, what we will do, in one column we will type full name and we will type some names over here. Shashank Tripathi. Then next is John Davis Ishan Malhotra Krish Gupta Sanu Ahmed. Okay, so these are the names. What is flash fill? Okay, it is a feature that fills the data in the cell by picking up the pattern that has been set. Okay, so I'll just write first. I want only first name. First names to be displayed. Okay, so I'll write a pattern. Only Shashank, I'll write it over here. Okay, type the first name of the person in the first cell. Select the range of cells to be filled, including the first cell in which the pattern is set. Click on the Data tab. Click on the Data tab. Select the Flash Fill. Okay, here you will find Flash Fill. So in Windows 2013, the flash fill feature was introduced. So what will happen once you click on the flash fill? All the first names will be displayed over here. I'm not having flash fill option because I'm using Windows 2010, Excel 2010. So those who are having Excel 2013 and beyond will be having flash fill option in the data tab over here. Okay, so when you click on it, when you select the range and when you click on flash fill, all the first names will be displayed in the pattern which you have defined. Okay, and will not be able to show you because I don't have Windows 2013 plus version. I'm using Windows 2010 or Excel 2010. Okay, for example, you can see or refer page number 97 and 98 of your computer course book. I hope you have understood all other features and the tools of Microsoft Excel. Keep practicing and enjoy working on Excel. Till then, bye. Take care.